I would laugh if it just fucking does the same picture where he's like, "Oh, it's her," and it does that jump scare yet again.
And I'll say, fuck this game. Thunderbirds are go.
I was tempted to say it myself, but I let you do it.
And I don't include it in the recording, so I mean,
I thought you did. I feel
no,
like I remember it in one of yours.
in one of them, but I've not kept it in the last couple, which have not came out yet.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I will in this one. Fuck it. Hello there. I'm Ash Mannix, and I'm with my wonderful co-host Pixel.
He's gone back to calling me wonderful.
I've ran out of descriptives. So yes, we were just having a trying to remember what the hell happened in the last part of our playthrough. It's been a bit of a while, and I suppose for the audience, it's only going to be for the viewers, or the viewer, one viewer. I don't know. It's going to be like a week, but for us, a bit longer because the way we record these, it's like kind of sporadic. Sometimes we do a couple of episodes in one go, and one episode every few weeks, and somehow I'm managing to keep up with an episode a week. So yes, in the last part of the playthrough, we met up with Serika and Ito at school, and I think a lot of other things happened, but I can't remember.
Oh, fucking hell. I just remembered we got assaulted by a hobo who came out and whipped his dick out.
Oh, yeah!
How'd I forget that, man? And then our dude was like, "Yes, slip me some porn." And he's like, "Yeah."
He's
And
like,
then
oh,
he gave him 100 yen for it.
apparently he does that sometimes. He just breaks into his house drunk, whips it out. Nobody questioned it. Serika was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Did this guy just whip it out in front of this schoolgirl? What the? I mean, granted he's drunk, but what is going on?" How could I forget now? I literally titled. So the video is not going to come out for well. If you're watching this now, you would have seen the.
It will be out by the time this is up.
Yeah. So I've titled that video, "A Homeless Man Whips It Out." So that, I don't know. I might get some really weird views, really weird click through rates. But yeah. So that happened. We're looking over the footage of the BDSM murder in the Love Hotel, or how I like to refer to it anyway. And they discovered.
You mean the characters were, not us?
Yes, the characters. Sorry, we weren't. And they noticed that through the window of that room, they could see the double-headed sumo face, which you can see here. Hopefully, you can see my mouse.
Plastered on this wall.
I don't know if you can see my mouse, but the viewers will be able to see the mouse on because it's.
No, I can't see a mouse. I think you've disabled the mouse capture.
No.
For me, at least.
I don't know how you're not able to see it. I don't know if you can do that in Discord.
That's weird.
I see your mouse in Discord. How the fuck's that happening? And I'm on Windows as well. It's not like I'm on some weird elaborate Linux thing. What? Oh, it's because I'm sharing. I know what it is. I'm not sharing my whole screen. I'm just sharing the window.
That makes sense.
But if I share the screen, sometimes I minimize the screen and then you can see my whole desktop, and then I might dox myself or go my oops.
In which case, it's time for you to use those amazing DaVinci skills of yours.
That would require me having to look for the whole video and actually edit it. Fuck that. I'm too lazy. But yes. So we found that there was a double-faced sumo image, like you can see on this fence here, and they looked back at one of the previous murders, the one with the guy.
The pregnant man. I think it was.
Was it the pregnant man? He'd taken a picture of the building from far away. No, I think maybe it was the pregnant man. It might have been the guy that ate his own arm. Thought it was cheese. Can't remember. But they noticed that.
Wait, it doesn't. You're right. It doesn't make sense for the pregnant man to be included in the sticker thing. But I seem to remember it playing up for some reason.
Is he not the next one? Is he not
Oh
supposed
right,
to be the
yeah,
next
like
one?
his date. It's the next corresponding date of events. Yeah.
So we've had BDSM man, we've had guy eating cheese, very cheap cheese, that turned out to be his arm, and we've had a woman who had a radio thrown into her womb, or stomach.
It was she was gutted and then had a speaker shoved in there.
No, she wasn't
Yeah.
gutted. They opened it
Yeah,
up.
they fucking stabbed her in the stomach and then the wound shoved the speaker in there.
Aye, but to gut something is to take out its guts.
Yes.
They didn't
I mean,
take out the
I am
guts.
getting a little bit imaginative here, but like, I'm thinking like how they fit the speaker in there.
They just squished it in. Oh, I don't. Right, so they.
Unpleasant discomfort. Let's move on.
Oh, God. So yeah, like they've noticed that image there in the I don't know what the name how they refer to it, but our man who's the oldest 25 or 20-year-old on the planet.
Cheese dude.
20,
he's the don't look at me or something.
Yeah, don't look at me. Eating cheese. So I think they're going to now look at the one with the girl and the radio implanted into her body.
Oh,
they haven't looked at that
like
yet.
Halfway through the screen, through the scene, didn't we?
We did. Well, let's continue.
45.
And I'm going to switch before I get to no avatars. Why is it just a blank screen?
I was about to say, does it usually take this long to
No,
load?
I had to click for some reason. Where's that image I made yesterday that had a nice picture of the sticker? What? It's a weird thing to think.
And you know what's great? The backlog's not going to help us.
How? No. Oh look, no. Well, that's the is that the picture they're talking about before? Is it? Ito looked at the picture for a moment, uncertain. Awkward zoom. That looks like a picture at the Love Hotel. He used his Pokecom to run a search.
How is he searching for this? Is he typing in weird sticker or something?
I don't know. I'm going to guess he doesn't have Google Lens on his phone, so that he can just like
it's not
scan.
a phone, it's the Pokecom.
Pokecom. Nobody knows who's putting them up or why. It's so mysterious. Oh, right, okay. So that's the one at the Don't Look at Me one, the crime scene. And this is the one at the Love Hotel, which doesn't make sense because this looks like the sign for the Love Hotel. It looks like it's on the Love Hotel itself.
I don't think either one of these are
ones that we've seen before.
Let's carry on. I don't know.
2007, a good year. A year just before the recession. Good times.
Oh.
I thought that was bad. Welcome to 2022, boys and girls. At one point, they were famous enough that the TV stations were reporting on them. But after the 2009 Shibuya quake, everyone stopped talking about them. The city...
I'm just amazed that things keep getting worse and worse. Carry on.
I'm generally a miserable git and very cynical about what's going to happen in life, but even I'm like, wow.
Yeah, man, this plot scenario is fucked up. Amazing twists, though.
What, in real life?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. There's that.
We've had the pandemic arc. We've had the weird elections. We've had all sorts of stuff. I'm just waiting for the aliens arc to begin.
This is not a comet that's going to hit the Earth. I was reading an article that was saying that NASA are going to fire aircraft into space to hit an asteroid that's on its way to Earth.
I mean, like, I feel like we knew about this for 20 years or something because there was movies that came out all that time ago, like Deep Impact and Armageddon, when it was still hype, when they're like, "Oh, meteors, dude, we could go the way of the dinosaur," and like, you know, they're like, at that time they're like, yeah, we're aware of some potentially, what they call them, Earth crossing objects. I don't know what they're called. Fucking hell.
Meteorites that would destroy the Earth.
Yeah, like, you know, those sort of ones. And this was way back then. And why is it like suddenly news now? Where they're like, "Oh shit, dude, meteors."
It's news because the average layman and the, you know, Daily Mail and the Sun type newspapers are just, obviously it's like, whoa, or, you know, this is going to come and hit the Earth. There's flying stuff. They make it sound like it's a last minute thing, but clearly, if they've built an aircraft or whatever it is to fire at an asteroid, they clearly have been building it for a while now.
I don't know. I seem to remember watching a documentary about, like, you know, techniques they could use to deal with potentially fatal or, like, you know,
was it extinction level events? That's it.
Extinction level events, yeah. And like some of them seemed a bit lame, but, you know, useful. Like directing sunlight at it or something to nudge it off course, or like a sail or something. I can't remember. Not the usual sort of stuff where they're just like, "Let's nuke it," you know.
Yeah,
sort of stuff that they put in movies.
Unfortunately, you can't just nuke something in space very easily and not worry about repercussions, depending on how far it is.
Oh, it's not repercussions that I'm worried about. It's just that, like, you know, in space, these sort of things aren't as effective as you may think, because space is big, space is empty, and as I understand it, like, nuclear weapons just aren't as powerful up there or something.
In terms of explosions, they are pretty, but they're not as powerful as you think against a fucking 10-kilometer wide meteor.
Rock,
yeah. This is the thing, like, people don't fully appreciate the size of these things. And it's like, yeah, a nuclear weapon is fucking devastating, but, you know, on ground level, above ground, with, like, buildings and stuff within a couple of kilometers or 10 kilometers. But, like, when you've got something that's pure rock, right, and you're trying to, like, shatter it, and this thing is like the size of maybe a continent or something ridiculous. You're like, yeah.
And I think it bears pointing out that the rocks in space, especially the kind of asteroids and meteors we're talking about, are kept in shape by the force of their own gravity. It's not like loosely held together.
Yeah. Yeah, they have they're big enough to have their own. I'm not an expert. It's been ages since I've done any kind of physicsy stuff, but
back when I was in uni, I had a friend who was well into this sort of stuff. He was in fact studying astrology. Sorry, not astrology, astronomy.
You insult
something else.
Yeah,
astrology is something else entirely.
A very different.
He comes with a crystal ball and tells me about meteors.
I mean, not that far off. The only difference is he's not making it up. He's using science to tell you these things.
No, now you're talking about the Daily Mail.
No, Daily Mail make shit up. Right. Well,
anyway.
Yeah,
making shit up.
I mean, let's be honest. All these newspapers, all these news companies are making various shit up, one way or the other. Some are just pretend to be more reputable than others. At least with the Daily Mail and the Sun, you'd know. These.
At least with them, you've got an endless supply of toilet paper should anything happen.
Dude, their articles are hilarious. But like, when you see the headlines, and I see this in other sorts of like newspapers and news outlets. They're just so clickbaity. Even like fancy left-wingy things like the Guardian shit, they still do the same shit.
They
right?
do. They're clickbaity.
It's you know, it's all bullshit, and it's like basically. I look at them and say, this is like a YouTube video's fucking thumbnail, man. What the hell?
No, where do you think they got the fucking ideas from, right? Bloody YouTube has also fallen into this, where they're just like, hey guys, let's abuse psychology and try to make things clickbaity. I hate it. I really hate it.
But the problem is it works. That's why everyone does it.
I can still
even I do it, and I hate it, right? I mean, I'd like to just make a video and put a normal thumbnail. And in most cases I do, but I have noticed that when you put stuff like BDSM or foot fetish in a title, the freaking
Mate,
video does so much, like the foot fetish one, right?
mate, it's orders of magnitude better in terms
Yeah,
of response you
it's not
get.
like I got a couple more views. Like the foot fetish one is done like 10 times at least better than any other video. It's the most success. I'm like and I'm just like I have no issue with people with foot fetishes, right? But I just like what the fuck, like it,
My favorite, my favorite thing about that is that half the people are actually just looking for some sort of fetish material rather than,
a
I don't
bunch
know,
of
a
guys
discussion about anime.
looking at anime and taking a piss out of the fact that there's a lot of feet shots in it.
I mean, I
Um,
still think that, if you want that kind of material, you'll be better served elsewhere
yeah,
than
but
YouTube.
we've had this chat, man. It's like,
Yeah.
um, why do people simp? Why do they pay people on OnlyFans and stuff like that when you're like, you can get porn? But
This ain't that, man. This ain't that, though. This is YouTube.
yeah, porn. Yeah, but like, it's like you know how you want something a little bit less in your face. Um, like the
Soft core, yes, I
but
know.
do you know how like you? It's like when I see sometimes there's like an older lady, right? A hot older
A
lady.
mature
Yeah,
lady.
let's just say a mature lady, right? And you
Hmm.
see this in like a movie, like a not a horror movie or anything like that, just a standard movie, and there's like a relationship. There's a little bit of sexual tension going on there between her and a younger suitor or
Main
whatever.
character, self-insert dude,
Yeah,
yes.
dude. I mean, that is a lot more. It's titillating, and I like that a lot more than just brute force. Like I think
I think I think the best example we can bring up of this is the teacher from Persona 5.
yes,
Hands down, always the best example of self-insert fan fiction, teenage hormones
but
wankfest.
but
Like honestly,
she's not like that typical because like you see in Western movies and all that, they've done a bit of that trope sometimes where it's like a really pretty, like do you know like a really traditional pretty kind of say blonde woman, and you're just like oh man she's really hot. Whereas this teacher she's not like oh I am super hot. She looks normal. She has the attitude of a slightly jaded she's been a teacher for for a few years, and she's kind of jaded and kind of that, and she's trying.
it's that sort of like middle-aged, past her, shall we say,
Well,
Japanese
it's no
prime.
past her 20s, which in Japan
Yeah,
means you're ancient for some stupid reason, right? But
25. Remember that.
yeah, whatever, man.
Christmas cake.
More, I don't give a shit. So if that's what they say, I don't care. But like that's what made it so much better. I don't know. Maybe I like girls. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I like girls that are kind of like a bit not miserable, but kind of like I don't know what the word for it is. Like they're attractive and stuff like that, but they have a slightly kind of cynical or
Jaded,
jaded, a slightly
off
jaded.
kilter.
Yeah, and but for
Yeah,
some reason you find them in a freaking maid outfit. Yes, I know it's such a weird thing. Fucking
that's where the teenage hormonal wankfest comes in.
dude, I am not a teenager anymore, and that's still a fucking wank fest. Like, it's that thing where in real life I wouldn't want that to happen. Like to have a relationship with your teacher when you were a kid would have be extremely disruptive to you. I think it's a great thing to fantasize about, but it's a shit thing to happen in real life. I realize that. Um, but I just love the idea that even now, if I came across someone like that, not necessarily a teacher. I mean, why not? I take a night class. There's a teacher in that night class. She's a bit
Okay, fair
jaded,
enough.
whatever, man. And for some reason, at the weekend, she wears maid outfits and cleans houses. I don't know. Um, it was so good. It's just well done. It's well thought out. Um, and that's where you really get the thing. It's that thing. It's like what I say. You see someone naked as a guy, right? If you see a girl fully naked, it's not necessarily sometimes or a lot of times it's more attractive if they have some clothes on, um, rather than no clothes on. It's that allure. It's the thing of mystery. You don't see everything, kind of thing.
No,
Um,
I understand. I understand that. I appreciate that. I agree with that. Right now, the only thing I'm thinking about is how the fuck did we end up on this conversation?
We always do, man. We always jump back to the teacher women. Fetishes. A
No,
video's
no,
doing
but how
well.
did we end up?
Clickbait.
Videos. That's it. Yeah.
Clickbait. And all that sort of stuff. But
Right. Yeah.
oh, by the way,
BDSM as well.
before I forget, do subscribe to Cooksel's channel. He has a channel. I'll put a description in the video like I usually do, so do not forget. And if you like this
Yes,
stuff,
thank you as always.
we do stuff in his channel. It's the same stuff. It was different
It is
games.
honestly, it is the same sort of stuff. Yeah, but just sort of both chill in each other's channels.
Yeah, though he has more of a. I do more visual novels and basically games that are like for people that don't like to play games. Well, like me. And Kuxel does actual games. Shin Megami Tensei 5. He's done streams with Elden Ring.
A lot of them.
Actual, and then we did a few episodes. You did a mini series. You didn't finish it, but Pokemon Arceus.
Yeah, that one I've reached the ending of the main story, but I think there is an after story that still needs to be done, and I said I'll come back to that at some point.
So actual games, and so if you're into something, if you want to see something a bit more interactive while we chat, then definitely hit him up. But let's continue. We've sat here for ages, and I know people are like, man, you guys sit there for half an hour talking about stuff. And I'm like, yeah, this is my life. This is why I have not achieved anything in life, because I spend about 2 years talking about something instead of doing it. And this is why I'm now making YouTube videos, and my siblings are married and have houses and are proper grown-ups.
Keep this up and the audience will feel your depression as well, man.
Look, if you guys are doing better than me in life and you're in your 30s, feel good, because I am a waste man.
Now you're being too harsh on yourself.
Right, what we say. So, like, Ito, the city where the stickers were going up had been destroyed. People had bigger things to talk about. But starting sometime last year, they'd started to appear in Shibuya again.
目的はいろいろ噂されてる。単なるいたずら説はもちろんだけど、タギング説とか宗教による結界説だとか。
A spiritual barrier or tagging. Let's have a look at the tip list.
Tagging, I think, is just the usual sort.
Just
like,
graffiti.
Yeah, basically. Whereas the spiritual barrier is like, in you'll see it in anime as well, but they do those
pieces of paper that they put around.
Yeah.
And it could be various things, but the most common thing I've seen is like a long piece of paper with writing on it.
With writing on it.
That's supposed to encase.
It's like a charm or a prayer or something, yeah.
Yeah, with words of power.
Yeah.
変わったとこだと、本当に力士の人が自分の顔を貼ってる説ってのもある。
He's got two faces and one, fair enough.
でもこれは違うと僕は思っていて。
Because I'm a right-sider, therefore I'm always right. Because
let's see what he says. That's right.
He just sounds like a Twitter user.
Now this guy, we already know he's full of himself.
それは単に太っている顔だからっていうだけの理由で誰かがそう言い出したことで、力士をモデルにしたなんてことは確たる証拠として。
That's true, actually. I did think. I mean, why did people jump to sumo wrestler?
ちょっとストップ。
Stop. Ito cut me off just as I was getting started. Come on, man. I was just about to get good.
いや、それが何だっつんだ？そのシールと事件と何か関係あんのか？
That's
What?
the key question.
But we've already established that they seem to have appeared at each point of at least the two crimes that we've seen, and that's
but like we were saying, right? They could just be rubbish. That's what Ito's about. He's the everyman.
Well, we have to check the third case that happened, the one with the woman and the radio, and check around there to see if there's a picture, because if there's one there, then there's almost it's a high likelihood that there is something going on here, unless they're just
and
shit
it's more
tons.
likely. I mean, it is. If you asked me, it would be that the local council or whatever they have over there in Japan, prefectures, whatever, like those dudes are not cleaning up enough.
Look, I'm not going to ever say or criticize Japan about not cleaning
lack
enough.
of cleanliness.
Like, have you been to the city, man?
I've
In
been
the
to my
UK?
city. I've
Yeah.
not been to Japan. I've not been to
No,
Japan
but,
yet.
yeah, have you been to any city in the UK?
Fucking any city in the UK.
Well,
I'm well established as being from London, and it fucking sucks here, man.
no, London is a great place, but in terms of cleanliness,
No, I am talking solely in terms of cleanliness right now. It fucking stinks in general. Like, even this area here, East London, right? What's the general pervading smell? Weed and piss, right? Honestly.
good times.
わからない。
Fair enough, that was a quick one. But even he's surprised by that reaction.
まだわからないんだ。でもな、
But what?
He admits
こっ
it. He
ち
doesn't
の
know.
現場付近にあった力士シールは
Oh, I have to click that one.
You have to choose one.
これこの前お前に見せた画像を拡大したやつ。こっちみんなの現場を撮りに僕が行ったカラオケボックスの外壁部分。
Wait, so while I said the karaoke place you went to, I never really understood. Is like, was that the block of flats that the guy was living in? That he
力
was living?
士シール。
I think so.
多少ぼやけてるけど間違いない。
Could these be subtly different stickers? I wonder.
I get the feeling because I was looking at that one there, and it is kind of weird looking.
It's hard to tell
More
because
so than usual.
all of the pictures are blurry. The ones that feature the pictures that are at the crime scenes, and I'm wondering if there's a subtle difference between them and all the other stickers that we've seen, or all the other stickers that exist around Shibuya.
おい、まさか。
ああ、ラブホの現場にもあったんだよ。
Oh, have you not told
やっぱ
Ito
り
about
現場が
this?
見える位置に。
Placed at a spot where it could see the crime scene.
Yeah, I found that weird.
じゃああれか、音漏れたんもか。
Yes, that's a good question.
いや、それもまだわからない。昨日調べたんだけど、少なくとも今まで撮った現場周りの画像には映ってなかった。でも、
Demo.
2つ続いた偶然にかけてみるのはありだって、今回証明されただろ。
Fair.
Could be a coincidence.
I mean, it's worth investigating
Considering.
further. It's not worth. I would put a massive bet on it straight away. Oh, it happened twice. Therefore,
It'll happen a third time.
yeah. But if it's happened twice, I'd look to see if it's happened a third time. Ito fell silent, as if he was thinking about something. I mean, he was thinking about something. Oh. I was hoping he'd be a little more surprised. But I guess that's the best I could expect. Or maybe there was too much new information coming in at once for him to keep up. What are you talking about? I mean, he seems to have been processing this quite well. The fact that he's sitting there thinking about it. Like, he's taking everything in. Why are you being so...
ちなみに、ラブホテルの事件と同じ日付の6年前の事件は、貼り付けだから。
crucified? I mean, that one. Wait.
Yeah,
No,
it's
I mean,
obviously
he's
that
the
one there at the top.
what's the other ones? Like a bunch of bodies stuck up.
で、その概要が。 今のところ日付はともかく、事件の内容に関しては6年前とそこまでリンクしてないように思える。
Right, the dates match, but the actual cases don't seem to. Yeah. I've noticed that as well. It's like I'm not seeing a strong relation between the type of
被害
crimes.
者は一人だし、それにまだ自殺と決まっているわけではないし。妊娠男と同じ日付のおともれたんは腹部に異物を埋め込んだっていう点は一緒だけど、そもそも被害者は女性だ。
I mean, does it have to be the same?
I mean, I think that actually gives a great, comparison.
Yeah, it's a
Even
great.
if it is a guy and a girl, but it's still something in the stomach.
It's a greater thing in commonality than just being a man and a man, or whatever, 2 women or whatever. Crucified in the Love Hotel. Wait, wasn't the guy in like... I mean, he wasn't in crucified form. No, wasn't he?
I think you're thinking of the 4 ropes that were around his neck.
Were they all around his... What was his arms doing? Were they behind his back or were they...
They were like handcuffed behind him. Like he was under arrest or something.
Well, he was held, wasn't he? His body was tied. Crucifixion, your arms are... it's a weak...
Nailed.
A bit
Nailed
weak.
is what you're thinking.
他に事件を追う線がない以上、歴史シールからもう一度事件を探ってみるのもありだと思う。
Follow the sumo stickers. But maybe I was overthinking this, but there's no telling what else would be related to the case. Just in case, I decided to put up the data on the other new generation incidents from 6 years ago. October the 10th, Vampire
That I still don't understand that name.
October 23rd, Brain Dead. October 28th, Yummy Hand. November the 4th, the DQN puzzle. Oh, this looks terrible. Looks like a bunch of people that have been tied up or hung themselves or something. Ugh.
That is what that is, yeah. On like an electricity pylon.
Oh. Yeah, that should do it. I looked at the board and nodded in satisfaction. That is a lovely collection of deaths.
現状の情報の整理はこんなものか。
Erika. Yes! Oh man, I could do with a coffee actually. I mean, I'm not a massive fan of coffee. I'm more of a tea man, but I could do with a tea actually.
Well, I'm a fan of Serica, so I'm just glad to have some levity in this situation.
Yeah, she's just like, let's ignore all this horrible stuff we've just been talking about. Let's have a coffee, take a bit of a break, and I'm like, yeah. As I finished going over the information, Serica got some cups ready. Oh no. What? Kazuki, who had been ignoring the conversation until now, suddenly stood up. She grabbed the cups from Serica with a speed you'd never believe she possessed. I think she's more thinking that you're taking her job, her thing. Maybe she wants to do... Yeah, I wouldn't interfere with her if she's the one that always makes drinks. Kazuki shook her head rapidly from left to right, and then motioned for Serica to sit down.
You know, I'm getting strong Nezuko vibes from her. Because of the lack of speaking and just making noises.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I don't, because she doesn't look like Nezuko at all. But... And the way she acts, yeah. And the noises she makes as well, quite similar. Not just like the fact that she makes grunts because she doesn't talk, but they do, even the grunts are similar to
like the muffled sort of like sort of noises.
Yeah. You must have terrible teeth now that I think about it, because when did they brush her teeth?
Who?
Nezuko.
She's a demon. She's always like regenerating.
Fucking lame logic, but okay. Makes sense. It does technically. I mean, she turned into like a... She can turn into a full-grown woman and into a little child. I suppose she just breaks all laws.
She does what she wants.
I mean, I admire that. She also is able to grow boobs on demand, and I would quite like to have that power. To be fair,
you'd like to grow boobs on demand.
Oh yeah, if I could grow my boobs on demand just for the fact it's like I want to feel some boobs. Okay, I'm gonna grow some boobs. Oh, they're gone now. Like a slippery slope.
What the? Mate, just go like eat 20 pizzas at once.
I don't know. I don't want no permanent man boobs. Fuck off.
And then lose your weight afterwards.
Screw it. That's ever. Like it's.
Wait, I just gave you the ability you wanted.
No wait. I don't want. What does Nezuko wait? Fucking 20 years until she 10 years until she grows up, and then
it's anime time, man. You can fast forward it.
Ah, fuck that, man. Like, I want the power to be able to do it instantly and then to go back to normal without having stretch marks and shit. Also, I'd want proper boobs, not moobs. They suck, right?
It'll be moves regardless, man. You're a dude.
No, that's the power, though. You can grow boobs. No, that's the whole point. Actual boobs, not moobs. My moobs are gorgeous, but they're not boobs.
You'll set up an OnlyFans next.
What if I could? That'd be a good idea. I mean, if I could grow boobs on demand, and then set up an OnlyFans, oh man, that'd be genius. I'd just make a killing.
I'd like to apologize to our audience for the way this conversation went.
You know, I was talking to a friend, right? And I was just saying, like, you know, you can very easily make money by selling feet pics on OnlyFans.
Oh, I have seen this, yes.
And, you know, like, people are really into that. And you can make good money. And the thing is, you don't show your face or anything. You just show your feet in different states of wear. And I'm like, I don't know. Is it just guys? I mean, I'm sure there's some gals out there that are into the feet. And man, maybe I could make some money from that. But I did say she was tempted. She's like, yeah, sometimes I get tempted to. I was like, yeah. I mean, I'm tempted, and I'm not even a girl to do fucking OnlyFans. Like, I wouldn't be able to do anything. But I was like, damn, man. But obviously, it'll be a saturated market because, like, you only hear about the people that are successful, you know what I mean? It's not like everybody on OnlyFans is making shit tons of money. Same with YouTube. Same with everything, really. Reality sucks. Anyway.
I can always count on your mind to bring it back to a depressing reality.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
You did it yourself. I didn't say a thing.
I'm sorry. I am just a miserable bastard. Right. Good work. Which one's Onoe? Is that
Onoe is Serika.
Alright.
The childhood friend?
Okay. I practically forced Serika to sit down in her chair. Serika knows this other girl, right?
She knows them all.
So
She's
why
part of the
is
group.
she must be aware that this is just her thing. Why is she trying to be awkward? Do you know how, like...
She just wants to help with the tea, you know.
I get it, but, like, do you know how Kazuki?
Kazuki, yeah.
She just, like, goes, no. Right? And you know that if someone reacts that instantly about something, it's like, no, I'll make it. You go, okay. This is your thing. You really want to do this. I'm just going to let you do this. Let's not cause a ruckus. You know what I mean? And the newspaper
but Serika's insistent. Let's just, you know, she wants to do it as well.
Not worth a fight, man. Well, let's see where this goes. But no, there was no way I was letting Serika do any kind of cooking. Oh, right, okay, she's bad at cooking. How bad was she? She was so bad that I couldn't let her make coffee. Oh, this is where this is coming from. It's not because he cares about Yasuki or whatever. It's because he doesn't. She's bad at making coffee, or food, or everything. She was so bad. She'd once asked me what kind of dish I used to wash the vegetables.
I used.
What? Why does that make her bad? I mean, I get it doesn't matter, but that doesn't necessarily mean she's bad at cooking. It just means she's a bit stupid, and that's, I don't know. I wouldn't even say stupid.
I would have used the word ignorant. But
I mean, it's not even stupid. It's just like, maybe she's like, what type? I don't know. It's just weird. She's a bit weird. I breathed a sigh of relief as she reluctantly sat down. And so did Kazuki. Even Kazuki was relieved enough that you could actually tell what she was feeling for once. She started to make the coffee. Oh, I get it. Kazuki was not making a big deal about it because she was like, this is my thing. She was making a big deal about it because Serika sucks at cooking. Or making stuff.
Pretty much.
So she was trying to save everyone. I get it. I turned around to see if Ito needed any.
You're still thinking.
He was.
I said it before he said it, so.
Yeah, well, there you go. He must have been thinking hard. He didn't even seem to notice that Serika was making coffee, which normally would have been cause for panic.
Is thinking a rare thing for Ito? Because he just seems to have completely shut down.
Doesn't he think a lot, though? He's been thinking... I've seen that face a few times. Or maybe... I don't know. I decided for now to put the coffee that Kazuki had made in front of him. He seemed to understand the situation and stretched out his hand.
な、そのホテルの現場で録画した映像ってまだ残ってるんだろ？
まあな。僕のポケコンとスマホに入ってる。それ以外は危ないから削除したけど。
How much memory does your Pokecom have?
Never mind that, right? This is still rubbing me up the wrong way that he deleted the cloud save.
I don't know why he did that. I don't know. His logic was... What was his logic?
His logic was bullshit. It was like, no, it'll be safer if I have the only copy. And I'm like, no, it'll be safer in the cloud where only you can access it.
But like, there is a bit, like in general, if you're a paranoid person, I mean, I'm a bit paranoid, right, with these things, it is technically easier for someone to hack into that, you know what I mean? Or get access to it because it is online. It's not easier to hack into it, but it makes it infinitely more accessible than if you just had it on a local machine that you'd have to access that local machine physically to hack, rather than just trying to hack an account online.
I also think he's grossly overestimating the number of people who are looking to access his cloud saves.
Yeah, but like, you always play it rather safe than sorry. This is how companies get screwed over. They're like, oh, never happened to us. And then one day someone is like determined enough and smart enough to get past their things and screw them over. And they're like, how did that happen to us? And it's like, oh, your security guys told you for ages not to do that and you to change something, and you didn't because you're like, it's not going to happen to us. And it does.
Oh, the cost is too much.
And then it costs you your reputation and it all goes to shit. Ito glared at my Pokecom for a moment and then turned towards me.
見せてくれ。
Let me see it. Show me. I wasn't sure what to do. He must have been able to sense my uncertainty.
警察から口止めされてるのか？
Not quite fast.
Duh.
いや、でも気にしてるのはそこじゃない。だいたいお前にはもう何があったか喋ってるし。そうじゃなくて。
More like
なん
what?
ていうか、これを見ちゃうと。
Then you could be brought into this. If there's like some organization behind this, you could be endangering your life. Is this what he's trying to say? In a TV show or a movie, this is where the hero would say, there's no going back. Yeah, that's effectively what he's thinking. Undergoing a shocking event changed the way you felt about the rest of your life. Oh, okay. When you learned a hidden secret, it changed you. Just like when I'd learned about my parents.
Did we learn about his parents?
No, and that wasn't that's not a secret per se.
こうだろ。見せて
Or
くれ。
maybe it is. He just saw that I was hesitating and cut me off.
お前らは直接見てきたもんなんだろう。俺も見ておきたい。
In person, take me back in time. It didn't seem like he was going to change his mind.
わかった。
You know that when his tie is loosened and he's got that scowl on him, he's meaning business.
じゃあ PC モニターで見ようよ。
I love how Serika's like, hey, let's just put on the computer monitor, yeah? Be easier to see the big screen, right?
Yeah, I want to watch this again too.
And she's
Let's
just,
watch the part where I'm shit scared out of my mind.
so she's talking about fucking watching some funny TikTok video. Serika, the only person who didn't seem to understand the gravity of the situation, spoke up. She was there as well. How does she not? Or maybe she just didn't think it was important. The video.
I think she just doesn't care.
But she fainted. No, or she screamed during that video. Oh!
見ないと
Oh, there it is. There is the awkward fucking angle.
I don't think it's awkward.
It's
Like, you-
stupid.
You just keep hyping it.
It's so stupid. She's just like, I want you to picture someone doing that in real life and like leaning. It's like it makes sense if she's on a chair. Maybe it's such a weird angle. Granted, she's not at 45 degrees or anything, but it's still weird. Ito smiled as if he'd relaxed little. As if he'd relaxed little. He brought his hands up to his cheeks and gave them a slap to psych himself up. Ow.
I've seen this quite a bit, like in Great Ace Attorney. Naruhodo does it quite a bit, where he slaps his face with both hands. And I've seen it in other stuff as well. I
I've seen
know
it.
where it comes from.
I've seen it millions, but it's that thing where you just like, you know how
Where
you
they
just
go, "Ugh." Yeah.
But like in general, you know how you go like and slap yourself to knock yourself. If you're
Well, yeah, but like I would just do it with one hand. This is a very specific where they do it with both hands at the same time
because the
on
Japanese
either side of the face.
because it's like when you have two hands, isn't it more efficient to do a double? I get it.
But
It's not like I get why. Like I would do it with two hands. It makes sense. I'm like, yeah,
I feel like it's referring to something specific, is what I'm saying.
a double-handed slap to the face.
Yeah.
Potentially.
I wouldn't know how to search it. Just say that
Where did
Japanese
the-
thing where they slap each other, where they slap themselves.
Yeah. Where did the Japanese thing where they slap themselves in the face come from? That's how I'd look for it. And then you'd get somewhere. You'd get something, and then someone would have worded it better in a post somewhere, and then you can look for that phrase instead. The internet is amazing. He brought his hands up to his cheeks and gave them a slap to psych himself up.
よし。じゃあ一時的にデスクトップにコピーしよう。今ブラウザ閉じて。
Why do you need to shut down the browser? And then he froze.
Memory issues.
Fuck.
おい、
I like how these were two different words in Japanese, but both were subtitled as "ha."
I'm trying to think how you'd translate it, huh? Hey. Hey.
Oi. The second one
Ah,
was
it was just
oi.
oi, wasn't it? But hey.
Yeah. O-I. Oi.
やばい。おい、見ろこれ。
Alright, now they're beginning worry me. Ito pointed to the monitor, his voice shaking. Erica and I hurried behind him to see what he was looking at. Gulped.
Jump scare.
何この動画。
If they fucking jump scare me again, I'm gonna slap this fucking monitor.
わかんねえ。今、いきなりまとめウィキに貼られた。
The aggregator wiki.
So someone just added something to it. Oh, they fucking uploaded his video to the wiki.
Oh.
His video leaked.
The curtains opened and the man appeared. What?
Someone's uploaded his video to the internet.
Oh my god. His head's backwards as well. Ah!
Wait, no, it's not his video. It's someone else's.
From the window.
Yeah.
Also, why is that bed... That bed looks like it's right next to the window, but that's BS.
That is BS. That room was not laid out like that.
No, he's miles away from the window. Ugh. That's still a fucking creepy sight. See if that head turns around at any point in this picture. I'm out. There was no mistaking it. It was that room in the Love Hotel. The man must have been Kakita. I couldn't see her face, but was that the girl? What are you talking about?
Where? There's no one else there. Is this another fucking instance of,
Bad translation?
no, artist and author not talking to each other properly? Not communicating what they're supposed to be doing? Because there have been a
Potentially.
few instances where I feel like the pictures don't reflect what the text is saying.
What a weird combination of software. So, first of all, they got Windows, right? But they also have iTunes. I suppose you get iTunes for Windows. Just weird
That's normal, yeah.
that you'd have iTunes here instead of or just whatever. Ugh.
They're still using Internet Explorer.
Well, this was 2000 and What?
I don't care what year it was. It's never been acceptable to keep using Internet Explorer.
Dude, what are you talking about? Internet Explorer was the main internet browser for a good while.
No, but people would use like Chrome or Firefox or something else.
Look, I know I'm older than you, but I'm not that much older than you, right? It was not that long ago that the majority of people used Internet Explorer.
Yeah.
Chrome is only within the last, what, 6, 7 years? Became the dominant browser.
It can't only have been around for 7 years. I'm sure it's been
No,
around
it's been around for longer, but becoming the dominant browser.
Yeah, but before that was Firefox.
Dude, no. Firefox has never been the dominant browser.
No, lots of people used Firefox though.
It has not been the dominant browser.
At the
ever.
very least, I would not expect these idiots to use fucking Internet Explorer.
Everyone uses it because it was... So the thing, this is where Microsoft were hit hard in Europe, right? Because what they did is they never offered you other browsers to install, so the default was Internet Explorer, and so that's why everyone just used it.
Yeah, I know this case. It was deemed to be monopolistic, right?
Yeah. I'm just checking this now because I...
yeah, so they can ship all computers with Opera browser as well.
By 2013, Chrome became the dominant browser, surpassing Internet Explorer and Firefox in popularity. So that was 2013. So
9 years ago.
If this was set, damn man, 9 years ago. But this game is set in like, what year is it?
2015.
2015.
2015.
Yeah, so it's believable that they can have Internet Explorer. Also, in Japan, I don't know what they use in. I could believe it's Internet Explorer, but they want to keep this as generic as possible, don't they?
True. It's Japan. I could believe this is all facts. So let's carry on.
It had to be. Our clothes matched what I remembered.
Wait a minute. Whose desktop is this? Look at the wallpaper.
It's Kazuki.
Serika's?
No, it might be Nono's. Well, this is the computer in the newspaper club.
Yeah, because there's Empire Sword Online or whatever it's called. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
yes, Kazuki.
What the hell?
Kazuki. Don't fucking jump this. Fucking... No! Fuck off! I don't want to see this video. I'm not looking.
Wait a minute, what?
Oh, thank fuck. Right, the bed... Fuck this game. The bed spun around and the wire dug into Kakita's neck. Wait, he'd already had his head backwards. There's no sound in the video. Wait. Wait a minute.
What?
That camera angle, could it be that camera angle is exactly where that sumo face is? The sumo sticker?
I feel like you wouldn't get such a straight-on shot.
I mean, yes, but the way they draw things in this VN, I feel like you have a bit of leeway. But at the very least, the sticker you could see the sticker being below the where the camera was taking a shot from. So this camera must have been sitting either looking out the window of the other Love Hotel across the road, or it's attached to the building of that Love Hotel.
No, because then it would be a top-down sort of view. It has to be across from a window.
I know, but
it was straight on. It was straight on.
But it could be like attached to the side of the building. It's a security camera that's been pointed towards it. I mean, it's less likely. It's less likely. It's a weird position to have a camera. The most likely thing is that someone was sitting in a Love Hotel room across from this Love Hotel and videotaping them. But it also seems...
I was also gonna say, I don't think CCTV cameras are usually in that high quality.
Nothing's in that high. I mean, you've got like you're gonna take things with a pinch of salt in this game. You know what I mean? Even a hand cam wouldn't be that good quality unless you had some proper zoom on it. So. But I could hear the sound of the wire and the music box in my mind. Oh, no, it's in your mind, mate.
This guy continues to make his Guttural Sounds remix album.
Kakita's face took on a colour very similar to what I'd seen in person. And the footage ended. Good. Don't show us any more of that footage.
He's lucky he didn't get caught in
なん
it.
だよこれマジかよ
Yeah, that is a good point, actually. Oh shit, he'd be in so much trouble if he appeared in it. But they said the girl was in there as well.
No, he asked, "Is the girl there?"
Did he?
He said something. Check the backlog, yeah. I couldn't see her face, but was that the girl?
Yeah.
It had to be. Her clothes matched what I remembered.
So he did see the back of the girl's head.
Where?
Or body. It wasn't in the fucking picture. That's the stupid thing. That's what annoyed me.
My God.
Oh, even Serica's now fucking. What the fuck?
おい宮代
Why are you angry at me? I almost jumped off the ground.
あごめん
Sorry for what?
That's what I was about to say.
なんだこれお前が撮ったのか
Oh, that's why he's angry, because he thinks this is ours. Ito yelled at me hysterically. I quickly shook my head.
I'm starting to get really annoyed with Ito. He just seems to be like the crazy overreacting
僕
guy.
部屋の中にいたんだ
I mean, you would kind of understand if you'd saw that video, you've been talking to your friend's being very careful about this video. He's not allowed to talk about what happened to anyone, but he's confided in you about what actually happened. You could get in trouble with the police and stuff like that, and there's like horrible crimes, deaths, murders being committed by whatever this group potentially is, if these are related. And then you see
get all
a
that.
video and you're just like, oh shit, did you fucking mess up and this has been released because you're now in fucking trouble.
I get all that, but it should have been immediately obvious that it wasn't our guy's footage because it's from outside the window.
But he, give him the benefit of the doubt, he's in shock, right? They were all in shock.
I'll give him some benefit of the doubt.
Like Heinz, give him some time to think, and you know it'll make sense. Obviously,
じゃあなんだよこれ
We've seen he requires a long time to think already.
知らないって僕にわかるわけ
what the fuck happened there?
I think he's getting choked.
What? What was he trying? What was he going to say? He's like, how would I? Why is Serica trying to kill us? Serica's hand suddenly stretched out.
ちょろなんだよ
ストップ落ち着こうタクしんちゃん喧嘩はダメだよ
Wait,
Yes.
we weren't the one that seemed to be getting agitated. It was
She just wanted everyone to shut up. Ito wasn't talking. Our guy was, so.
that is the face of annoying fucking smugness.
It's not smug superiority, but it is.
Something that's annoying. She grabbed us both by the cheek and pinched hard. What are you, my mum? Ow. Ow.
痛いって
Some people pay good money for that.
落ち着いた
You're,
もう怒鳴らない喧嘩しない
you're taking my jokes.
Oh, look, she's doing the
Pouty face.
more.
I like the pouty face.
This is really painful. This is really painful. Please stop.
This is really painful. Please go on.
Please. What was I supposed to stop? No, carry on. Now she's like at the side. This, do you know?
She's,
It's like it's so weird.
it's not right. It's like she's just shifting along.
Yeah, do you know like how they've done that sometimes, and they've done it for artistic, like for different reasons, right? They'll have Ito here, and then he comes closer, and it's interesting because you don't usually see that type of effect in visual novels, right? It's usually a bit more static. You'll have them in one place, and they'll always be in that rough place.
There's a grid, and you know where the characters are going to be.
But they
Usually.
jump them about, right? And most of the time, you know, it has a positive effect, or you know. Whereas this is just like, why? He's just halfway off to fucking nowhere.
They have a lot of discretion as to where they can place the character sprites. in this one.
I mean, technically, you could put them anywhere at any time, right?
Mm.
I just think it sometimes there's no rhyme or reason as to why they've decided to move them. Besides the
Well, if I was to give a reason for this one, it's because she is pinching him on the cheek, so she's to his side.
that just is, even though that makes sense.
The problem then becomes, does that mean that every time we see a character in the center of a screen, they are center, like dead on from our guy?
I mean, I would assume so.
I wouldn't, because, you know, it's just like in a visual novel, it is that the main character, the character who's in front of you is the one who's just talking. That doesn't have to be where they are in space.
Yeah, but they have clearly tried to make it so that when a person is positioned on the screen, that's where they are in space.
They're giving some sort of meaning, like you said. I like the back sprites, which is an odd thing to say, but you don't normally see the back of someone's head.
Are you the fan of seeing the back of a girl's neck, eh? You're one of those guys.
Hadn't really thought about that. I'll get back to you.
You're not our man. What's
the
his
pony guy from Fumofu?
No, I was thinking actually of shit. What was the name of the eroge you played recently?
Koikari.
Koikari, yeah. Our guy likes to sniff necks. He's one of those guys. Got a neck fetish.
I'm definitely not that guy. No. Well, I'm playing that. He doesn't reflect me.
I'm just thinking, maybe you're a neck guy. Hey, man, I'm not here to judge. But if you want to sniff a neck, if you're like a semi-vampire.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I have many fetishes, but that's not one of them.
As I like to say, I'm a degenerate, but not that type of degenerate. Anyway, Ito and I nodded, and Serika let go. Oh, I was sick. Dude, she pinched your cheek. She didn't pinch your balls. What the hell? Oh, look at this.
Is that a new one?
That's a new one. I've not seen her make that.
She's also
face.
gone further left, man. Eventually, she'll be completely off the screen.
Yeah, I don't like her being further left. It would have been good if that was a center shot. But you can see that they do it for like positional effects. Yeah. Which is good, but sometimes it just feels a bit off.
It's distracting.
Ito rubbed his cheek and gave Serika an angry glare. He must have grabbed him really hard, because I could see a red mark forming in the shape of her hand. Did that mean I had one of those too? Maybe a slap fight, but I don't really sense that.
like South Park, Cartman versus Kyle, just stop it, and that sort of thing.
I didn't just sense a full-on physical fight. I was just like, they were arguing.
I didn't either.
They were just shouting at each other. Like, they were raising their voices.
If anything, I don't believe our guy is capable of being in any kind of physical fight.
No, he acts cool and all that, but he can't fight, I don't think. Serika repeated. He didn't seem to think she'd done anything wrong at all. No. Maybe she hadn't.
My fucking hands.
Oh, we got three sprites now. It's a freaking full house. Also, why is she asleep?
She fell asleep while standing up.
Kazuki gave Serika a thumbs up. What?
Where's that sprite? I want that sprite.
I'm just wondering which one of these to use as a thumbnail. I love how
this one.
Yeah, I love Ito's at the back and he's just like...
I think this one is the perfect one for a thumbnail art.
He's just like, what? And then fucking Kazuki's asleep and Serika's like, hey! God, this is so weird. Serika gave her a satisfied thumbs up in return. God, so cheesy.
Is there a Chaos Child anime? I don't think there is there?
I think there might be. I think, because there was a Chaos Head one. Why not a Chaos Child?
Because the Chaos Head anime was garbage.
Great
ending song, though.
Second, Chaos Child anime. This is the exact time I should be doing this in the midst of playing the game. Yeah, Chaos Child is a 2017 anime series based on the visual novel. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah.
Well then.
Blah blah. Bet you won't be able to easily. Don't know how. Maybe it's in Crunchyroll. If it's 2017, Crunchyroll just get rid of their shit super fast.
I'll be able to get it.
I know you will, but like, I like to try. Like, do you know what? I was thinking about this. I wish they had, like, do you know how easy it is to buy music, and even when music's really old, you can still buy it from iTunes and stuff, right? They hold on to that stuff for ages. iTunes, you can listen to it on Spotify. You can just get a copy of this. You can buy it legally, have a copy of the song, and that's it, right? I don't know why they don't do that with anime. Like, Crunchyroll, I think the problem is that we only have a few big streaming services, and like, why can't I just get? Why is there region locking on shit as well? You don't get region locking on music as much as you do in freaking anime stuff. Just sell it.
Or games.
It's just like, games used to have a lot of that, and then they stopped. They said, nah, fuck it. Everyone gets it. Right? I don't know why they're still doing that with anime. See, with it's like older anime especially, it's like, I want to watch some old anime legitimately, right? I'm willing to pay for a separate streaming service to do that, because Crunchyroll seems to be like, it's like, for the consumer, just consume new stuff, fuck the old stuff, forget about anything that happened in the history of anime, only super popular things and current anime. And especially now that it's merged with Funimation, it's going to be even worse. They just don't care about older stuff, and it's so hard to watch anime. Literally, it's only like 4 or 5 years old if it's not super popular.
We've talked about this before.
It really pisses me off, right? Because, you know why? Because it won't help freaking Crunchyroll on that. But do you know who it might help? The actual animation studios, because they'd get it'd be nice to get more of a trickle of income from sales of older stuff that you still have the rights to. You know what I mean? Like, it's good for them and it's good for the animation studios, and you know what? They'll probably get a better deal for older anime, because they're not gonna like be as cutthroat with the compared to newer anime. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but like, even if you could just sell, like, I don't want to. So my only issue is I'm reasonably happy. I'd buy some. I don't want to buy DVDs, because I don't want to have physical shit tons of DVDs sitting in my house, right? If I could just buy it and download it digitally, like I do with, like people do with games, without, so like, you know, good old games where you can buy things DRM free.
Yeah.
And my argument is, if it's an older anime, people are just downloading it just now anyway, right? When you don't get things easily accessible, like when you can't just access something through Crunchyroll, people are either not going to watch it, or I personally think they'll try and download it, because you can't easily watch anime online via streaming legitimately if it's a bit older. America might be different. They have like High Dive and stuff like that, and I think they kind of show more older stuff, but we don't have anything in the UK, and it just totally sucks. And I'm like, why don't you just sell it DRM free? I mean, someone's ripped it somewhere. I wonder if, like, if you do it DRM free, would you lose a lot of money? Would a lot more people rip it, and would a lot more people just download it for free? But if you sold it DRM free for a reasonable price, I think it's like, do you know how with music they realize that if we sell it at a reasonable price, people will just buy the music rather than bother to try and download it illegally. I feel like they should do that for older anime. I'm quite happy to buy it. I don't mind storing it on a hard drive. I don't want to have a DVD. It's just effort when I can just download stuff. I don't know why they don't just do that for the older anime. Because I think it's a general issue we have with today's...
Chances are there just isn't enough demand for it.
But yeah, because it's... I mean, yes. But also, if you make it easy for everyone around the world to be able to just download older anime, maybe. Because think about it, right? How do I find out about older anime? A lot of times because I see funny clips on YouTube, or I see something on YouTube. Someone has clips of an anime or is talking about it, and I'm like, I want to watch that, right? And the YouTube algorithm is random as hell, and I was like, I think I'll watch that. But like, so you could benefit from surges in popularity at different points. Like an anime on Crunchyroll will benefit from random surges in popularity if someone starts talking about it, because they can easily just go into Crunchyroll to watch it, right? But older anime, if someone talks about it, like there was one I was looking at recently, and I was like, how do I get this? And with paying £20 for a DVD, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do that. Like, a lot of money, right, for a DVD for an older anime. And I suppose people can argue and say, well, you can still buy it. And
No, you can't. Because if it's... Generally speaking, you can't even find these things, because I'm thinking back to Evangelion before it got acquired by Netflix. It was in licensing hell, and you couldn't get it. And it was out of print. Any DVD copies you could find on the internet were grossly overpriced. And it wasn't available on any streaming platform until Netflix got it.
really, I've got a metal tin box set of I got that years and years ago though. When did it go
That
to?
might actually have been worth something. I don't know about now. But fucking hell, those DVDs were well overpriced for a bit for Evangelion.
Yeah, I mean it was a special edition I got from my brother because it was like a gift and he never watched it. Because he's an ass. And then I ended up watching it myself, and it was good. Yeah. But anyway, look at me, I fucking digressed. Shit, and it's already like
It's what you do, man.
over an hour. Let's see where this goes, and then we'll end it somewhere nice, not in the middle. Let's see. I didn't get it.
あれだな。将来友達を叩いちゃいけませんって言いながら自分の子供を叩くタイプだな。
Okay. Ito's words impressed me. It was one of the most accurate predictions I'd heard in years. Erika frowned and said that she'd never do that.
で、なんだろうね、これ。
He pointed to the monitor. She didn't seem too bothered by it. She must have been used to seeing gory videos because she looked pretty calm. That sounds like a red flag. I rubbed my cheek as I looked on. Oh, we're gonna look at it again.
外から撮影したものだよな。
Yes.
あの現場に間違いないのか？
Yeah, this guy's head is pointing backwards, isn't it? I'm not imagining this.
That doesn't matter, man. We know his head spun around the whole way.
But they've just done that.
dead.
They've just done that because he didn't want to show his face in this picture. I think they've just done that way because, like, his face should be rotating. Would it rotate with the thing? Yeah, his head would rotate with the bed. Yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna think about it too much. It's kind of gory. I nodded a little uncertain.
多分遺体の状況もあのままだったと思う。
くそ。なんなんだ？
ねえ、保存しておいた方がよくない？
Serica wants to use this for later.
I mean, it's logical
So
if they're building up a
こ
case,
ん
right?
なもんいつ消されるかわかんねえ。
I don't like how calm she is about all of this. It's a bit weird. That was enough to bring Ito back to his senses. He saved the file to the PC with a slightly more unsteady hand than usual.
It's a lot of clicks.
He has to, like, download every frame individually and click for it or something. Kazuki was still playing her game, but the rest of us stared at the download bar as it filled up little by little. Wait, Kazuki was still playing her game? Was she on a different computer? And when it finished and the file was saved,
単にいたずらとかじゃないよね。
this is a very weird prank to be. I mean, maybe someone was just recording what was happening in a love hotel room for personal use.
And then they came across this.
They're like, shit. Could you imagine? I just wanted some fat material. I can't fap to this. Unfortunately.
Oh, I've accidentally made a snuff movie.
I know, unfortunately, some people can fap to that. Serica knew better than anyone else that it was no such thing, but she asked anyway. I nodded firmly.
なあ、これを取った人間は、いや、誰が貼り付けた？
Good question. Ito frowned.
ハッカーじゃないからな。俺ら素人レベルでわかるとしても IP アドレスくらいだろ。個人の特定まで行き着くのは無理だよ。
だよな。
Sometimes the media would say that the police used an IP address to track down a criminal's address, but strictly speaking, that wasn't quite right. Under some special circumstances, like a customer paying for a static address, it was possible, but most of the time you couldn't track down an individual PC from an IP address. What are you talking about? I'm pretty sure if you go to the ISP and you're like, we're looking for whoever had this IP address at this point, they'll have details of who was allocated that. What are they talking about? And even if you could, the most you could track down was a PC, not a person. I mean, it's like there's someone in this household that was hacking the Pentagon. It was this PC that seems to be in your son's bedroom, but we don't know whose PC it is, even though it's in your son's bedroom, and he exclusively uses it. Several years ago, this had led to a very famous false arrest case. What the heck were we supposed to do now? I scratched my head, confused.
おい、ついでた見ちゃおうぜ。
The other one? Huh?
お前がラブホテルで撮った動画だよ。さっきの映像を見ちゃった後だ。もうどうにでもなれだ。
Why are
I don't
you
like that
smiling?
face.
What is that face? It's like,
I don't like that.
Hey.
It looks all kinds of wrong. Like it's too far up his head, and also, it's just not. Why is he getting smiley like that?
too far up his head. What, the teeth?
The face, like, the whole face.
He's like, you can show me. Hey, let's see the other dodgy video. Ito sounded like he was having a hard time believing what he'd seen was real.
See what I mean? Like, the text doesn't reflect what I'm seeing on the screen.
Was this originally a light novel or something?
No, this is the original.
Who knows, man? He'd already copied the file off the... Do you know, someone said the translation was kind of off. Do you remember that? There was a comment in one of the earlier videos we did for this.
Is this really just a translation problem?
You were saying the translation was kind of shit, and there was a patch that you could use that would get you a better one. This might be what they were talking about. I didn't want to download the patch because I don't know, the website looked a little bit dodgy, and I was like, do I do this and take a chance? I don't know. He'd already copied the file off the Pokecom and gone to open it.
I heard that.
What did I actually say? What was
I
that?
nearly said Pokeball.
Alright, no, he probably was just overwhelmed. I know that was how I'd been.
間近で撮ってるから、相当だぞ。
I gave him a warning, and he responded with a firm nod. Clicked on the file.
This man really does love his snuff films.
しんちゃん、本当に？
Shin-chan! Have you ever watched Shin-chan?
Crayon Shin-chan.
Yeah, fucking
多
epic.
分な文化系だったような。
He
What?
knows her.
What was he?
He knows the girl.
Oh shit! Ito was moving at a quick pace. His expression was serious, but he was having trouble hiding excitement.
そんなことあるのか？
んだよ、マジだって。
Wait, first of all, how do you... So she goes... Because she said she went to this school, didn't she?
Yeah.
That was one of the big things, the reveals in the last part of the playthrough.
It was in one of the previous videos. I don't remember which one.
It was when she was being interviewed, so it might have been not the last one, but the one before. We were following Ito down the hallway quickly. After seeing the video of the room at the Love Hotel, he'd said... Oh,
こいつ知ってるぞ。
why do they keep having to do a jump scare, kind of slight jump scare fucking sound?
For this one. For that picture in particular.
I hate that picture of her, right? It pisses me off now. Because every time they do it, it's like right... Luckily, it wasn't right in your face like the last couple of times. But it just pisses me fucking... He'd said that he knew the girl who'd been in the room with us. That couldn't be true. Derek and I had insisted he was mistaken, but Ito wouldn't listen.
部会で見かけた気がするんだよ。
Tabu. Even if he was right, the club leaders' meeting was where all the leaders of the school clubs and teams got together. If she was there, did that mean she was a leader in some club? I mean, I feel that that's the insinuation. I asked Ito, but he just smirked a little.
わかんねえぞ。うちみたいに部長が大勢の人の前で喋るのが苦手で、副部長が部会の議長だから。
How is she the president if she's terrible at talking to groups of people?
ただの部員である俺が出ているところもあるんだからな。
Maybe there's some...
苦手じゃない。ただ、なんていうか。
You're terrible at talking to people. We've established that. Daku. I didn't like it. It made me nervous. Being in front of all those people, I mean. And everybody knows those meetings never actually lead to anything productive. If you made a movie out of one of them, no one would go see it. I
なん
mean,
ていうか、なんだよ。
no one's going to enjoy a movie about random
いいだろ、
meetings
別に。
in anything.
というか、どこに行くつもりなんだよ。
ここだ。
Dun, 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 dun. Ito suddenly stopped. Doo, doo, doo. It was the student council room on the 6th floor of the annex building.
なんで？
部活紹介とかの書類が写真付きで置いてあるんだよ。校内中探すよりいいだろ。
Logic. Wait a second. I pulled Ito away from the door.
バカ。もしクルスがいたらどうするんだよ。
Is she under the impression that we're not doing any more research on this? I can't remember what we said to her. Ito gave a little moan. Ah!
それはお前がなんとかごまかせよ。
Okay.
だから、それができるくらいだったら最初から。
Yep.
入りまーす。
Here we go.
And there we see her back once again. Someone in this game definitely wants to see the back of her neck. Many times.
Wait, we don't see the guys. We don't see the guys around the back.
No, it's only the girls. And it's only... So
Right,
far, I think it's only
okay.
Serika.
No, it's also the other girl,
Um,
Kurusu.
Grus. Ono ignored us completely and walked right into the room. Damn. Now what? You just have to go in, don't you? We'll just have to pray she wasn't here. God's law? No shit!
Yep, and that's another back of the neck.
And I'm gonna stop it here.
Alright, then.
Well, it's a good... I mean, we've gone over the hour point, so I think this is a good place to stop. So clearly, this character here is looking very similar to the girl we saw in the video. at the crime scene.
Are you trying to bullshit that it could be someone else, man?
Maybe Kurusu decided to put her hair into like pigtails. Fuck knows.
And also grow her neck 3 sizes.
Yeah, look how thick it is. It's nice and reassuringly like normally thick.
It looks like a neck.
Yeah, it's so
like a broken
nice.
elbow.
Look how I'm beginning to get a neck fetish now. Oh, it's a normal fucking neck. Yay! Let me just save this though before I do anything. Save here. Yes. So yes, looks like we found this girl who has been haunting my nightmares. Not really. Who keeps on giving me the jump scares.
I still don't understand why they affect you so badly.
Oh, I am a sucker for a really simple, stupid jump scare. It's just you just need a loud enough noise and to show something that's slightly alarming looking, and that will be enough for me, and I hate it. Which is why I don't enjoy horror movies, because they have a lot of those shitty jump scares. And like for people who are fans of horror movies, a lot of times they'll just go, "Oh, cheap jump scares don't work. They're rubbish." Unfortunately for me, they do kind of work, so I do not like them. Do you remember there was a video back in the day, where it was like it's a video of a car driving around a windy
I know
road.
exactly which one you're talking about, and then like a zombie head,
It's like,
and that's it. Yeah.
And then there was a game as well. It's like a puzzle game, and you had to move the mouse around a puzzle without hitting the edge of the walls. And if you did, a
Yeah.
jump. Yeah, I do not like that stuff. Pisses me off. So yeah. But anyway,
Those are the things which got me, like, which steeled my nerves so that I don't really feel it anymore.
do you remember when we played PT on
Yes.
the PS3 or whatever it was on? 4?
It was the PS4.
4, I think it was. It was pretty good graphics. It was all using the
Yeah.
fucking, what's it called? Fox engine.
It was not on the PS3.
No.
That was on the PS4.
And see that bit where there is a jump scare in that game, and you lose control as well of the of your character at that point. I was like, holy shit, fuck this game.
No, but PT also has, like, a solid atmosphere of, like, just oppressive horror.
It does it really well. It's actually even worse than jump scares because it gives you genuine fear, and
Yeah.
you do not know. It keeps you in a constant state of fear.
Like, a jump scare just startles you. It's just like, that's it, right? But the kind of fear which PT instills you is the kind of fear where you're like, I don't want to walk forward.
It's a creeping.
It's a dread.
Yeah, a creep.
That something awful is going to happen.
A
You
creep.
don't know what, you don't know when, you don't know where or how, but something is going to happen. And if you leave the sanctity of the one square which you are occupying at the moment, something will happen.
Yeah, it's
That's that fear.
a creeping
And it is
dread.
so much more effective. Yeah, creeping dread. It's so much more effective than any jump scare.
Oh, I hate that even more, obviously, because that makes me even more thingy. And that's what. Yeah, PT was great for that, but when it had that jump scare, because that. Oh. Yeah, it's just. And there's various little things that would happen that would be a jump scare for me, but not for most other people. You know, like you look for a doorway and then the door closes on you and stuff like that. There's like some minor things, and I would never have sat through that trailer.
I've still got PT installed on the PS4.
You know, you could probably sell that PS4 for a lot of money.
I don't think so.
Because you
People have
can't.
been You can download it.
Oh, people like uploaded it, got a copy of it, uploaded it, and made it.
No, the way I did it, like, there's some sort of like DNS trick you can do, which allows you to download it from the PSN service.
How? Because they've just stopped making it available, have they not?
I downloaded it onto my PS5 as well, PT,
Oh.
but it just doesn't run.
That's just because of PS5.
Yeah, no, PS5 runs all PS4 games.
Oh, so why does it not run?
It just says this product is not, like, available for this platform or something. Like, no. I tried to download it, but it wouldn't let you download it. It's like it's just restricted.
Fair enough. But you were able to get it on the PS4.
I have it on the PS4 still. Yeah.
Did you get it after it was they stopped
Yeah.
thingy? Oh.
Yeah, I got it well afterwards because I wasn't able to get a PS4 because I didn't get a PS4 until much later. We got the PS4 Pro here, and we installed it on that. But that we got it well after the whole hype with PT happened.
PT was great. I heard about it on the Giant Bombcast, and they were just talking about it, and they're like, "This was weird. We just kind of like download this and all this and this," and I stopped listening to it, and I thought, "This is interesting." Right, they're talking really excitedly. They were all, and it was like all of them had like just played it, and they're like, "Oh my god, what is this? This is it was mental." And I was
But
like,
here's the thing, right? Because when we played PT, I was at yours with my brother and your brother, and I think Meme Reg was there as well.
"Mm-hmm."
And we were all, and I don't remember who was driving exactly. We might have swapped at some points because we were getting freaked out.
Yeah, and I never drove that. Fuck that. I didn't play any of that. I just sat and watched. I would not have played that. I didn't know what was.
That's you and everything almost, man.
Nah, man. I did play. I did drive in some things. But that was an experience. That was a good experience. I would never have done that on my own. Fuck that. It was great having just being with a bunch of people and experiencing it together, not knowing exactly what it is, trying to figure out what the hell's going on. I love those
Looking
experiences.
at bullshit rumors on the internet on how to finish it.
Yeah, well. It was there was such an obscure fucking random way of finishing it as well. And I think there's probably other things that were in it that we didn't see. I'm pretty sure we didn't see everything that there was to see in it. But for a playable trailer, man, what the fuck? That was incredible.
It was a playable teaser, is what I think PT stood for.
It was free. One experience. You do not get experiences like that in a lot of actual full-on games, right? And they took it off the store because Konami. Because of course Konami. As we say, like good old Jim Stephanie Starling. Fuck Konami.
Fuck Konami.
Fucking. But anyway.
Yep.
Shall we?
I have one thing I want to I have one more rant I want to say, which is that I saw an article today, which I've been talking about for some time, which is that it's almost impossible now to get the old MGS games 1 through 4 on any modern system. So just fuck Konami trying to bury Metal Gear Solid.
The thing that made them famous, in my opinion.
I mean, that's your opinion. They were already famous before that.
Yeah,
but
relatively.
The thing which made them relevant in the modern era.
Yeah. The thing that made them part of the zeitgeist. But yes, on that lovely note, and looking at the lovely normal-necked person in front of us, we'll leave it there.
It's nice to see that the artist has actually looked at how to draw necks.
And the funny thing is, I think this character is supposed to be like shorter and skinnier than like Kurusu and Serika and stuff. So like, what the fuck? Not consistent. But yeah, this is Chaos Child. This is getting. It's interesting that there's not even any background music. I don't know if
That's because you keep lowering it all the way.
No, you hear a bit of it. I would see it. I can see the audio levels, and you usually see a little bit. Even if you can't hear it, I can see it on the thingy. And there's nothing, so it's silent. They better not do a jump scare. They shouldn't. There's no way going to be jump scares. It's not going to turn around with fucking bloodshot eyes.
I would laugh if it just fucking does the same picture where he's like, "Oh, it's her," and it does that jump scare yet again.
And I'll say, "Fuck this game." But yeah, we're sitting here. Presumably, I mean, it's gotta be her. But yeah, this was Chaos Child. I'm Ash Mannix.
I was Cookcell.
And we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Later.